So I've had this idea that I've wanted to start like a dog entertainment company. And my original thesis was that I could make enough like viral content to be able to get paid by the platforms. So a little backstory, I'm a freelance videographer, which is already stressful because I have to handle, client acquisition, invoicing, deliverables, everything. And it really sucks when you have to work with clients that you don't necessarily want to work with, but you need the money. And so I started with this dog stuff on the side more as a passion project. I live in San Diego. I love the dog beach, and I went there to kind of heal from all of the stress that the freelance work was bringing me. Yeah, and so my thesis was I would go like once or twice a week. So after the first month, I had this idea to start the awesome series of asking dog owners what their dog's theme song was. And I really thought by now, which was very naive, I guess, of me, was that I'd have enough of those videos to go viral, kind of like I'd be like the doggist, and I would be able to make money off of the platforms. I've been doing it probably for about, what are we in May? I started last July, so 10 months now, almost a year in, and very far from that. So that's no longer, while that might happen in the future sometime, I'm way off that mark. So where I sit now, also, by the way, I've made $0. Actually, I take that back. I've made $50 up to this point. So everything I have shot so far has been free. I kind of walk up to strangers on the beach and ask them to take videos of their dogs for the most part. And I don't charge them because that's weird. Because it's like I'm asking them, if I could take videos of their dogs. It's been great. And it allows me to make, a lot of great content. But the other day, I went to a dog beach party, and I got a lot of great footage of a guy surfing with his dog, which was great. And he actually asked if I could give him all of the kind of raw clips that I had, and he would pay me. And I was like, you know what? I've learned to never say no to a Venmo request. And so he gave me $50. Which was great. And so that was my first payment, in a sense, for the dog business, if you will, if you even want to call it a business, because again, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I also, from the start, like there's always this pressure or there's always something around feeling like you have to have the perfect journey, right? Like I've wanted to make this video for months now because I want to build in public. I know that's like the thing that everyone wants to see. I know it can be valuable for other people, and that's something I've wanted to do. But like even starting this video, I feel it has to be like this perfect explanation of how I'm operating this business, and it's just like it's not. I'm very stressed, and it's actually starting to kind of worry me as I start to try to think of ways to monetize and actually make money, because I'd love to turn this into my full-time business. I'd love to just do stuff with dogs, but the cost of that is I'm almost like I'm basically still having to be a freelancer, but now I'm kind of just in the dog market. And what I didn't really like too much, or don't like, because I'm still doing it, what I don't like that much about the freelance work is that for me personally, there's something difficult for me to all of the transactional stuff that goes along with it, meaning the explanation and clear expectations of deliverables if it comes to one single video, which I don't do anymore because that doesn't help anyone. It's more about building packages for like small businesses. I work with 2 bars, local bars downtown, nightclub, and I build packages around them. I come in on the weekends for one night a month, and I shoot for like 2-3 hours, and then I give them 10 reels for them to use for the month. Those are like my 2 main clients, and those are okay because there's like a clear expectation of what's there. But for me to fill in the gaps, for me to live and actually pay my bills, I have to fill in the rest of the month with like random gigs because I'm not really that good at client acquisition. I'm not good with like cold outreach. I'm not good with going and getting clients. So I've been doing this. Oh, by the way, yeah, I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years now. And you think by now that I'd be able to be here and tell you all these tips and tricks like everyone else does and tell you how to bring in 10K a month. That's not me. I'm barely bringing in like 4,000, and I live in one of the most expensive cities, San Diego. So like, I don't know if it's like this. Now I'm going off on tangents. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Let's try to bring it back. So, what I didn't like is the transactional part. Like if someone asks for a video now, I feel weird because to me, I know one video isn't going to help you, right? It might help stroke your ego, but like I don't know how to price that because I have very expensive gear that I've invested in for myself, and my time is valuable, my skills are valuable. But like, I don't want to charge you like $500 for a video when I know you're not going to get a good return on that. So like for me personally, I have to know that I'm giving value for me to be able to be okay with taking on the client. And that's been really difficult for me. And so what I really liked about the dog beach stuff so far is that I've been doing it for free. So there's no pressure for me. There's no pressure for me to have an expectations on deliverables. It's all free. So like there's no transaction of here, I give you deliverable video, you give me payment. It's just like, I feel good because I'm giving them stuff, awesome stuff for free, right? Now, as I start to enter this phase of the business of like, okay, how do I generate income? The stress of the transactional part starts to creep back in, right? And when that starts to creep back in, the I don't want to say the passion fades, but you know, it becomes a little stressful for me personally. I know this is all stuff that I can, you know, try to get help with dealing with, but that's just where I'm at right now. So anyway, so the first thought was, my thesis was make viral videos so I never have to take a payment from anyone and I can make money off the platforms. That was the original thought. And, you know, especially with just short form stuff, I was way off in thinking I could do that. Even though I fucking think my videos are the greatest things on the internet, they are. But so be it. That's not where we are right now. So my second idea was, okay, what if I create a product? I wanted to make like a dog treat and find subtle ways to introduce the product inside my viral videos. For instance, when I go up to a stranger and ask their dog, you know, if I can make a video for them, I can kind of subtly introduce, oh, hey, can I give your dog this treat made by X company? And I thought I could, you know, build out a product and sell products that way. That was the second idea. And it hasn't really gotten off the ground because I had one contact who we kind of started discussions on what that would look like and how much money it would cost to like get a product in my hand. And I didn't want to do affiliate stuff because I want all of the upside, because I just like to kind of be in control of that. And like, if my idea is create viral content, I know that's one of the most valuable skills right now in the world. So like, I want to have that upside. So that's why I wanted to have my own dog treat. But the discussions have been very slow, and we've really only had one discussion. And I feel like the contact I had who was helping me, who was going to help me kind of source that information, I think they just have a lot of other things on their plate. And so my mind kind of takes that as maybe that's not the right thing to do. I'm not even sure how much that would cost. I don't really have much capital that I can invest in left. So like, that doesn't seem like a plan either. And so this third option has been maybe start taking photos, because unlike videos, people can more easily not justify, but they how do I put this? It's hard to price a dog video, right? Even though I like shooting video a little bit more, a lot more, and I think it's cool, especially with the slow motion stuff that I shoot. I think they're awesome, but it's hard to price that. And I haven't even tried, because what do I say here? You get 3 15-second videos, even though I have a bunch of footage. I can give them all the raw footage, but then if they're not editing savvy, what are they going to do with the raw footage? So it's been really difficult to kind of think through that. So with photos, it's much easier to price those, right? Maybe I can do, you know, a half-hour shoot or an hour shoot, and 15 photos, 20 photos with, 25 photos. I don't know. But that seems like it's more easy to digest for the client side. So I have invested a little bit into a backdrop and actually a new camera. I got the A7R5 on a credit card that I probably shouldn't have, but I don't know how else other people start businesses. So so I did that last week or about 2 weeks ago, and I got a flash. I got the Godox AD300 Pro. So I got a new flash, a new backdrop, and a new camera. And luckily, I reached out a couple weeks ago. I got in contact with a local pet store who has 4 pet shops. And they were hosting a canine fitness class, and I went and I kind of filmed that class, right? And did a recap video. And then they saw that I was kind of working behind the scenes to start taking photos, and they offered to host a mini photo shoot for dog moms for Mother's Day coming up in next week. And so I said, hell yeah. And so we kind of worked out a deal. They're actually not even taking a cut, which is awesome. They just kind of want to have people come into the store. So like I get all of it. So this will be the first kind of, basically my first revenue coming in from whatever you want to call this, a dog business. I don't know. Again, I originally thought it would be like a dog entertainment company. It's what I wanted to build. And I guess it's just living proof that, yeah, it's not going to like work out exactly how you thought in your head. But if you have some sort of like North Star and head that direction, you know, maybe things will work. And my North Star kind of is, can I make enough money to live off my own, to not have to take freelance client work that I don't want to do and just be able to do dog stuff? Like that's my North Star. And to do that, I need revenue. I can't just go and offer free videos for everyone, even though they're awesome, and rely on and cross my fingers hoping that I'll get paid from the platforms. But but anyway, so I went off on two tangents there. So let me finish the first one. And so 6 people, or what we decided to charge for the mini photo shoot is $100, 15-minute sessions, and 5 awesome photos. And then I think I found a gallery software where I can give them access to the gallery and they can purchase more photos if they want. I think $100 is a good starting point. People can digest it and see it. I might actually end up giving them 10 photos anyway, just because I'm like that. Again, I like to give value. I have to feel like I know they're receiving value. So I'll probably do that. And there's 6 people who signed up so far. So it looks like it could be a potentially $600 gig to start, which is great. And again, it would be just the first sign of revenue coming into the business. Again, other than that $50 donation that I got from that very nice man. And so that's kind of where I sit now. Oh, and yeah. And initially when I got the backdrop, I thought maybe I could shoot studio photos in my apartment because I can't afford to rent a studio. Obviously I'm in San Diego, it'd be another expense, which I can't afford. And then the other thing would be, or maybe I could just offer dog photos non-studio and maybe meet at a park, maybe go to someone's apartment. But what I've realized, and with me and the client, is that those options kind of add resistance, I feel, and hesitation. And that maybe it's me personally, but like all of those options, I feel like they're overwhelming. So I feel like I have to like narrow down one kind of product. What am I going to do? Am I going to try to build a studio in my apartment and have people come to my apartment for the photo shoots? Or am I going to say, hey, let me come to your place of residence, and maybe some people don't want me going to their house? Or do I just kind of meet at the park? But then when it comes to the park, I do have the flash is an outdoor flash. So I have actually tested it out in a park to do Cinco de Mayo shoots with dogs wearing sombreros, which that was a whole nother story I should have filmed, but I didn't. If you want the short version, it took me 3 hours going around the city to Target and Walmart looking for sombreros. No one had them. And then I realized I lived right near, there's a place called Old Town, which is kind of like kind of a Mexico themed area. That might not be true, but they had a Cinco de Mayo fair. But of course, all of the sombreros there are overpriced. I bought a small sombrero and a big one, and I think I spent like $35, which again, I have no money. But I had an idea in my head. I want to have a Latin song, and I want dogs wearing sombreros, so I needed it. Anyway, so I did 2 shoots with 2. I reached out to my community and said, hey, anyone have dogs? Last minute, anyone has a dog who can wear a hat? And 2 people reached out. Well, a bunch of people reached out, but 2 of them I got in contact with early to schedule. And so we had that photo shoot. So I tested the flash outside already under a nice tree at Mission Bay Park, which is awesome. And the photos turned out great. So all that to say, what is my end goal here? I don't know. I do want to build in public, and I feel like maybe this, what I'm lacking on my YouTube channel so far is that I'm just doing shorts, and I have, I think, 2,200 followers, which is great, but I'm way off the potential to earn. And so maybe if I do these kind of videos and long form kind of videos, I could maybe build in public and maybe get to earn revenue on YouTube sooner, even though that's probably a dream as well. So I don't know. Basically, I've been avoiding this video because I don't feel I'm good enough to share anything. But what seems to work out there is people relate to people like me, I guess, maybe, who don't know what they're doing, but they're kind of willing to do it in public. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. High level recap, really wanted to start a dog entertainment company. I already have a lot of great gear because I am a freelance videographer for other small businesses in the area. I want to transition from freelancing from those businesses because I've don't really like it, and I love dogs. So I want to transition into trying to make money to work with dogs. My initial thesis was that I could make those viral videos where you go up to strangers, ask them if they wanted to videos. If asking strangers if I could take videos of their dogs or pictures, like the Doggist and a couple others, thinking if I can put in 6 months, that maybe I would be able to build a big enough audience to be able to get paid for by the platform. That didn't happen. I've been doing it for about 10 months. And so now I'm trying to transition into, okay, maybe I can do a service based with photos and see where that goes. Meanwhile, continue to turn those photo shoots into content. And again, maybe be able to potentially work with brands. There have been a few who reached out, but they don't really seem serious. And if I do work with brands, I want them to be bigger deals because again, content is king, and I kind of want to hold the leverage there because again, I think I produce really good stuff. And so, yeah, I don't even know if that was a good recap of all the high level stuff going on, but that's where we are now. And then my first mini photo shoot sessions, which I'm teaming up with the local pet store to do, is on Saturday, Mother's Day. We'll see how that goes. If you guys want to know anything else, please let me know. If you guys want camera stuff, you guys got camera questions. Right now I have an A7R4 Sony, or I'm sorry, an A7R5 for photos. I have an A7S III for videos. I use a 24mm and an 85mm prime lenses. I don't use zoom lenses. I'll probably try to get a zoom lens in the near future. I got lights. I have stuff. Anyway, that's me. My name's Andrew, by the way. Take that with what you will. I'll probably get 20 views on this. Getting a phone call. It's a scam. It's a scam likely because everyone, I don't know, I get 100 of those calls a day. Anyway, that's me. Let me know if you have questions and we'll stop there.